It's time for another rad response. This response is for Fabian, and their comment is on my Radical Rick's MetalJesusRocks Basement League Scam Trilogy compilation upload. Fabian says, he's not begging. He said if you want to help, feel free to become a patron. Totally optional for the viewer. You're way off base. Just because someone is making steady income doesn't mean he wasn't set back $10,000 for having to repair the damage to their home. A setback is a setback. Maybe he has to dip into his savings to pay for it, or an emergency family fund. Either way, it's money that would be better used for emergencies or medical issues. The only way this is a scam is if he lied about the damage to his basement, but even so, the pinned comment on his video with his standard Patreon link isn't explicitly demanding or requesting anyone for money. If you have a buddy who has a well-paying job, but his house burns down, is it fucked up to accept donations just because he has a steady job? He still incurred a loss at the end of the day. I don't think there's any shame in accepting the help from family, friends, and fans if something bad happens. When you say E-Begging, I was expecting actual begging, like some notorious Twitch streamers, but all you're showing is a dude dropping his Patreon link, and then they left some links to Bad Bunny, and I think Shoe on Head, something like that. Well, Fabian, where do I even begin? First off, E-Begging is the act of accepting donations online, most especially having a Patreon with higher tiers, and also most especially for simplistic game pickup channels like Metal Jesus. You left me a link for Bad Bunny, which is indeed one good example of an E-Beggar, but then again, there is no difference, with the end result being her and Jason's Patreon, which is again, accepting donations online. In this trilogy, I went into great detail everything that was suspect and shady about Jason's Basement League video, and my audience even since then has delved deeper into it with more observations. Do you know, not long after that upload, he went to Japan? Now this is a little tidbit he chose to leave out when he was planning on doing. I wonder if many people would have donated if they knew he was going on an expensive overseas gaming hunt with some of the Patreon donations. But yes, a sympathy video it was indeed. Please tell me what compels this man to upload a video of that type to his game pickup channel. Right out of the blue, there it was, stuck out like a sore thumb. And it was also in December, so that is guaranteed to garner some sympathy donos due to the holiday factor. You say that the only way it's a scam is if he lied about the damage to his basement. Well, there was damage to his basement, but his hilarious overstatement of $10,000 in damage was debunked by his own subscribers in his comment section, many of whom's comments he deleted because he needed to run with the narrative of it being a costly repair to get sympathy donations to that Patreon link. And the Patreon link, yes, that Patreon link, the smoking gun it was, the proof beyond all else of his true intentions for uploading that video. It was pinned. Unlike all the prior videos on his channel, he pinned it that time, proving he was seeking donations directly to help with his repairs and for the Japan trip. You see, the Bad Bunnies and DSPs of this platform are really of no concern to me because there is no intricate deception with them. It's painfully obvious who they are and what they are about to almost anyone. Jason, however, is a very sly operator and needed an individual like myself back then to shine a light on the fact he was taking advantage of his own audience, lying to them about his damage estimates, and further lying to them after being confronted with criticism by myself and others. Now, since then, Jason has had no more Basement League scams, which is definitely a positive thing. Because of people like myself playing the role of a watchdog of sorts, people like him think twice about pulling scams on their own audience of that sort. The internet is a place where the friendliest seeming people will fleece you in a heartbeat if you aren't paying attention, and it's up to individuals like myself and others to expose these individuals whenever they come up with a new con. Basement League videos with pinned donation links, accepting game donations for an imaginary future museum, collecting gas money to drive to a gaming convention. These are all things done to take advantage of an audience who deserves more respect than that. And they deserve to keep their own money and not to donate it to people in a crew who could easily sell off a fraction of their partly donated game collections to pay for their own goddamn basement leaks.